Up next, a 6-woman tag of some interest as Dakota Kai joins forces with the already aligned Blair Davenport and Carmella, facing the RWL Ladies Tag Trio Champions Mimi Emerson, Jet Williams, and Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Play Femmes Fatale.
The following non-title 6-woman tag team match, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Staten Island, New York, Carmella; from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport; and from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
I see you both looking at me as if you have questions. Let me explain. It's very simple. Dakota Kai is the newest. Carmella and Blair Davenport are already aligned. It was a natural. As far as putting them against the Ladies Tag Trio Champions, it's a non-title match. There's no pressure. But imagine if they won.
I seriously love the way you think, Myron.
Thank
but
you.
It would take a talking cow miracle for them to get a win over Les Femmes. It's just not going to happen for them.
Well, in that case, no harm done, right?
Their opponents, from Washington, D.C., Jet Williams; from Raleigh, North Carolina, Goddess Mimi Emerson; and from Richmond, Virginia, Dynamite Jeannie Parker. The RWL Ladies Tag Trio Champions, Les Femmes Fatale.
Mimi Emerson putting in a hometown appearance, along with Jet Williams and the Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Les Femmes Fatale in a 6-woman tag tonight, going up against these 3 WWE expatriates. I just thought we needed a 6-woman tag to, spice things up a little bit.
Well, Jet, Mimi, and Jeannie have defended their titles recently, and they'll be defending the Ladies Tag Trio belts at the Memorial Day card on the 26th. So it's just kinda cool, seeing Les Femmes in a non-title 6, and yeah, Myron. It's actually a pretty cool setup.
Well, thank you very much. And it is certainly a rare treat to see all 3 members of Les Femmes Fatale in 6-woman tag action. Like I said, spice things up. Well, it seems you certainly have achieved the goal, Myron. All right, it is going to be Dakota Kai, the newest member first, going up against Goddess Mimi Emerson as we begin this 6-woman tag. Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Mimi Emerson off the middle rope, flying fist. Takes Dakota Kai down. Mimi Emerson moves in, hard forearm. Drops Dakota Kai a second time. Here comes the Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Dakota Kai. Well, look at that. Jeannie Parker kind of missing the move there. And here comes Carmella. Jeannie Parker moves in, a kick, a right. And she's setting up something here. Here we go. Chicken wing suplex. That sends Carmella flying. And here comes Mimi Emerson again. Carmella locks up with Mimi. Mimi whips her over off the top rope and onto the apron. And an enziguri takes her down to the floor. Carmella on the outside and on the wrong side of town. And look at this, Mimi Emerson taking it to Dakota Kai with a 10 series of punches across the chest. Blair Davenport just looking on helplessly. Carmella returns to the ring. Locks up with Mimi Emerson. Mimi delivers elbows to the midsection. Backs off Carmella. Carmella counters with the right. And another. Stunning Mimi Emerson. Mimi counters with elbows to the midsection as well. Mimi Emerson countered again by Carmella. Carmella goes behind, slams Mimi Emerson's head to the canvas. Carmella rounds her up again. They lock up. Oh my, look at this. Whoa! A nasty inverted DDT from Carmella. A kick, a low kick, and then a kick to the head, taking Mimi Emerson down to the mat again. Carmella out most aggressively here. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Mimi Emerson. Here comes Blair Davenport on the tag, and here comes a double team. Mimi whipped to the ropes and a back body drop as Blair Davenport assumes control for her team. Wrist clutch stomps to the head to Mimi Emerson. Blair Davenport, with something of a reputation as something of a mean girl, slam face first to the canvas by Mimi Emerson. Here's the cover. 1, 2. But Blair Davenport powering out of the pin. Mimi Emerson gathers her up again. A hard right spins Blair Davenport around. She counters with an elbow, and whoa! Right for a running kick, but Mimi Emerson deftly dodging out of the way. Mimi locks up Blair Davenport. Escorting towards the Les Femmes corner, head first into the turnbuckle goes Blair Davenport. Here comes Jeannie Parker, and here comes a double team from Les Femmes Fatale. Blair Davenport whipped to the ropes. A retaliatory back body drop as Jeannie Parker takes control of things here. Jeannie misses with her move. Blair Davenport about to, slammed her down hard and goes for a cover. But Mimi Emerson right there to break up the pin. Dakota Kai steps back out after stepping in. Blair Davenport escorts Jeannie to her team's corner. Here comes Carmella and a double team. Jeannie whipped to the ropes. Whoa, look at this. Nice tandem move. Jeannie Parker slammed face first into the canvas by Carmella. Carmella rounds her up again. Another kick. Takes down the Women's World Champion. Carmella going for a cover. One. But again, Mimi Emerson saving the match for her team. Carmella returns to work on Jeannie Parker. Jeannie Parker shoves her away and takes a step out here. And again, here comes Mimi Emerson. Jet Williams yet to heavily participate in this match. Kick to the midsection. Carmella goes behind on Mimi. Whips her to the ropes. An elbow takes Mimi down. Carmella goes after Jeannie Parker. Carmella catches a knee to the head from Goddess Mimi Emerson. Mimi locks her up. Escorts her to the Les Femmes corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. Here comes Jet Williams. And here's a double. Whoa! Hard shot to the midsection from Jet as she participates in the match for the first time. Kick to the midsection. Locks up Carmella. Whips her to the ropes. Goes behind. Whoa! Folded her in half with that suplex. Jet Williams locks in a heel hook stretch on Carmella. Center ring. Releases the hold. Jet Williams goes right back in and goes back for it again. Stretching the leg at an inhuman angle. Jet Williams with a kick to the leg as well. Jet covers. One. Carmella powers out of the pin. Jet Williams waiting, stalking Carmella. Walks her up middle of the ring. Sets it up. But whoa! Quick counter into a pin. Jeannie Parker right there to break that up before the ref could even count it. Jet Williams saves Jeannie Parker from Carmella. Takes down Carmella. Center ring. And here comes Mimi Emerson again as Blair Davenport takes over for her team. Jet Williams continuing to work on Carmella as Mimi Emerson goes to work on Blair Davenport, who rolls to the outside. Jet Williams over the top. Whoa, man! Over the top rope, a human missile on Blair Davenport. Target sighted, snag save. Jet Williams with a cravat suplex on Blair Davenport on the outside as the referee counts. An enziguri from Mimi Emerson. Blair Davenport rolled back inside the ring. Mimi countered by Blair Davenport. Blair with a right. Mimi with a kick. A hard right spins Blair Davenport around, up over the shoulders of Mimi Emerson. And a knee, a GTS right to the skull. Here's a cover. 1, 2, but Carmella taking out the referee at the same time here. And Walt Rothburn caught a nasty one. Mimi Emerson shoves Carmella aside, whips her to the ropes and to the outside, returns her attention to Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport counters with a shot to the midsection. The referee just about recovered here. Blair Davenport out on the apron. Mimi Emerson crawls her way over, and here comes Jet Williams. Jet locks up, kick to the midsection of Blair Davenport. Oh, here we go. Jet Williams and this tombstone stretch submission. And she's won a couple of matches with this one. Dakota Kai breaks up the submission. Jet Williams taking Dakota Kai towards the ropes. Dakota Kai counters with elbows. Blair Davenport is still laid out. Carmella just about returned to her team's corner. Here comes Dynamite Jeannie Parker with Blair Davenport laid out motionless in the ring. The women's world champion rounds her up. A kick to the midsection. Whoa, look at this. Oh, and into a submission. She has got her twisted all kinds of ways. Blair Davenport says that is enough. Les Femmes Fatale. Jeannie Parker still going after Carmella too. Les Femmes Fatale win this one by submission.
Here's the time. Exactly 8 minutes. Your winners by tap out. Les Femmes Fatale.
Les Femmes just have to be the most efficient tag trio going around here. The frequent tags, and every member doing their part, with Jet and Mimi softening up their opponents, with Jeannie Dynamite moving in to wrap it all up with a tap-out win. I sure hope they can do this in a few weeks with the ladies' tag trio belts on the line. Les Femmes chalking up another W.
A big-time W over Carmella, Blair Davenport, and Dakota Kai when we return. Best of the West after this.